Hello everyone. Now let us design a rigid base circular water tank. The second problem on design of water tanks. The problem statement I have written. You need to design a circular tank with internal diameter 10 meters and height 4 meter. The walls are restrained at the base. In the previous problem, we designed a circular water tank with a flexible base. That's why the walls were subjected only to the hoop tension. But in this problem, these walls are restrained at the base. So there is some change. So and also we need to use IS 3370. In previous problem we calculated the moments by using the formulas. Here we will calculate the moments and tension using IS 3370. And also we need to use M25 concrete and Fe415 steel. So let me write down first constants and the dimensions. So for M25 concrete and Fe415 steel, for M20 concrete and Fe415 steel, sigma CBC is 8.5 MPa, sigma CT 1.3 MPa, and sigma ST is 150 MPa. So I will find all the constants required. Modular ratio, M is given by 280 by 3 times sigma CBC, it is 10.98. Q is given by 1 by 2 sigma CBC into K into J. So I need to find K and J first. K is given by M sigma CBC by M sigma CBC plus sigma ST, which comes around 0.38. Lever arm J is given by 1 minus K by 3, which comes around 0.87. So substituting these values of K and J here, we will get the value of Q, which comes around 1.4. And also diameter is given as 10 meter, height H is given 4 meter, thickness we will use the empirical formula and later on we will check it. Thickness T is 30 H plus 50, it is 30 into 4 plus 50, which comes around 170 mm. So if we use 50 mm effective cover, so effective thickness, let me call it a small t, 170 minus 50, which comes around 120 mm. Here I have used the empirical formula, but I will be checking whatever thickness we have provided is safe or not once I find the moments. Now, so this water tank is a circular water tank, the walls of which are restrained at the base. So I have this water tank here, height is 4 meter and diameter is 10 meter, diameter is 10 meter. Now here these walls are restrained, that means its behavior will be the lower portion, that is this portion, which is h by 3 or 1 meter, whichever is more, is having predominantly cantilever action, while the upper portion is mainly in the hoop tension. Like for this portion, say for this portion, because of the restraint provided, the walls will not move because of the internal pressure, because they are restrained at the bottom. But the upper portion will, this pressure may cause the increase in the diameter of the walls, creating hoop tension, and this will be subjected to bending because there is a restraint here. So the pressure diagram, if I draw it here, it is like this: maximum at the bottom, and slowly decreasing as we go towards the top. So this complete is H, let me call it as 1H. At this point it is 1H, at this point it is 1H, at this point it is 0H, here it is H by 3 or 1 meter, that means 0.33H. So 0.33H, H by 3 is 0.33H, that means this will be point, from top it will be 0.66H. At this point it is 0.66H, at this point it is 1H, at this point it is 0. Fine. Now we will use IS 3370 part 4 to calculate the hoop tension and bending moment. So this portion is subjected to tension, this portion is subjected to moment. Now we will be using IS 3370. So next step, hoop tension and bending moment. Using IS 3370 part 4, table number 9 and table number 10. This IS 3370 part 4 gives us the moment coefficients for all type of conditions. You can have a look over IS 3370 for all the tables. For different type of support conditions, we have different moment coefficients. So we can use it directly to calculate the moment. Here you can see on one side we have ratio in table number 9. For table number 9 is for hoop tension and table 10 is for bending moment. In table number 9 for ratio, H square by D into thickness, overall thickness. So H square height is 4 meters divided by 10 into 0.170, which comes around 9.41. Okay, now we can have a look over it. We are finding out the tension, that is at this part. At this part we are finding out. So the tension is maximum at this point and it goes on decreasing when we go towards the top. At this point it is 0.66H. So the cantilever portion, that means from here it will be cantilever portion which will be subjected to moment, and this portion will be subjected to tension. So this is 0.66H. Now from the table, for the ratio H square by D into T, I have written for 8, you can have a look in the table number 9. For 8 it is 0.575. For 0.6H, if we consider 0.66H, we need to do double interpolation. To be accurate, we need to do double interpolation. But right now, I will consider it as 0.6. For 0.6, it is 0.575, and for 10, it is 0.608. So for 9.41, we got the value of 0.598. So the hoop tension as per IS 3370 is given by coefficient into density into height into radius, that is d by 2. So 0.598 into 10 into 4 into 10 by 2, which comes around 119.6 kilonewton. So this is the hoop tension. Now let us find the moment from table number 10. So here the moment will be maximum at this point, that is at 1H. The moment will be maximum here at this point. So H will be, we need to find the coefficients at 1H. So it occurs at 1H. So for 8 at 1H, it is 0.0146. For 10, it is 0.0122. So we need to find for 9.41, which is 0.0129. So this is our coefficient. So we have the formula for bending moment as per IS 3370. It is coefficient into density into H cube, that is height cube. So 0.0129 into 10 into 4 cube, which comes around 8.26 kilonewton meter. So this is the moment we got at the bottom portion. Now let us check it as well. Let us check for thickness, since we have the moment. Check for thickness. So it is given by m, the square root of m divided by q into b, that is width, that is 8.26 into 10 to the power 6 divided by q, is 1.42 into b, that is width per meter width, that is 1000 mm, which comes around 75.2 mm. 75.2 mm. Now using effective cover of 50 mm, overall thickness will be 75.2 plus 50, it is 125.2 mm, which is still less than 170 mm which we have provided. So it is safe, no issues here. Now let us find the area of steel. Let us find the area of steel. For hoop steel, that is horizontal steel, hoop steel in horizontal direction, we have the formula for AST, that is force, that is tension force divided by sigma ST. We have 119.6 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 150, which comes around 798 mm square. So let us use 16 mm bars at 250 mm center to center. Next, for bending steel, that is at bottom portion, bending steel, it is in vertical direction. In vertical direction, it is AST, it is given by sigma ST into J into D. It is 8.26 into 10 to the power 6 and by 150 into 0.87 into effective depth, that is 120, which comes around 528 mm square. So let us use 10 mm bars at 140 mm center to center on inner face, that is on liquid face, on inner face. So next, vertical steel, that is distribution steel. Distribution steel, minimum steel is 0.3 percentage. Which comes around 516 mm square. The AST which we got for bending steel. So therefore, vertical steel for cantilever action serves this purpose also. So no need to provide separate distribution steel. Next, base slab. We are not designing it. Let us just write down a statement. Provide nominal thickness of 150 mm with 8 mm bars at 220 mm center to center in both directions. Now, the figure. So we can provide the steel like this. For hoop steel that is at top portion, we are providing 16 mm bars at 250 mm center to center till the distance of 0.66 h. After this, here minimum rings can be provided. Now next, for bending steel, that is vertical steel, at the bottom portion we can provide 10 mm bars at 140 mm center to center. At the top, since the distribution steel is same as that of bending steel, let us provide the same steel at the top portion as well.